BC Wildlife Park, we have two Przewalski's horses, Takhi the female and Napoleon the male. Takhi was born on May 7th, 2007, and Napoleon was born on July 4th, 2008. Takhi and Leon arrived at the BC Wildlife Park on November 5th, 2020 from the Granby Zoo in Quebec. Przewalski's horses are also called P horses, and the reason for that is Przewalski is hard to say, and it actually starts with the letter P. P horses have 66 chromosomes, whereas today's domestic horses have 64. And they are able to actually breed, and the offspring would have 65 chromosomes. So a P horse is from a different lineage than a current day domestic horse.
The Przewalski horses are native to parts of Mongolia and northern Russia. They were found in the wild back in 1800s, and then sometime around the mid-1900s they had declined to the point where they couldn't find any in the wild. There were several that were captive in zoos, and every Przewalski horse that you see now today are from residents in zoos at that time.
We do not go in with the P horses. They're an aggressive animal, mostly towards each other. But if we got in the way, we could easily get kicked, bitten. They're known to be difficult to train, and that's strictly due to the fact that they are not tame, they're not domesticated, and they're quite dangerous. Training occurs so that we can work with the animal in a way that's less stressful for them and for us. If we can ask the animal to do something voluntarily, it's so much better than if we have to force them into doing anything. So here we can ask them to offer us things like a foot so we can do the filing, and we can ask them to lift the foot so we can pick out the hooves, and we've trained them to put a foot onto an x-ray platform, and then we can actually do a proper x-ray without having to sedate the animal for that. For sedation, if we do have to do it, we've trained them to be able to use a jab pull. So basically it's a needle on a long stick, and they're trained to go alongside the fencing so that we can just put that needle through the fencing and give them the shot that way.
Here at the BC Wildlife Park, we chose Przewalski horses primarily because we knew they would do well here in our climate. We'd had them here before, and they do tolerate our hot summers and our cold winters quite well. These horses are part of an SSP program, which is a species survival program. These are programs where usually an animal is critically endangered or threatened, and zoos and other institutions across the world are trying to actively preserve that species through keeping a reservoir of genetics in captivity, or is sometimes actively breeding them and then re-releasing them into the wild. There's actually been several released now, and those herds are surviving in the wild. This is definitely a way that the BC Wildlife Park and institutions like us can make a difference on those critically endangered species out there.